Alright guys, it's gonna be kind of a quick video. I just want to do it on live so um I don't have to edit it or anything. But if people tune in, I think this is something that needs to be talked about. That just needs to be talked about. So I don't know, maybe I'll let some people come in real quick, see if we can get some people to join in the live. But alright, this is what I want to talk about. You can see it in the title. It's why weren't the police why weren't they stopping people from looting, right? I'm gonna let people come in. I'll wait like a minute and a half. People can come in and watch the live. But alright, let's just get right into it. It's been a minute. The police, they're only guarding the police precinct. I believe that's what it's called, the building that the police department owns. They're only standing in front and guarding that building. They are not even trying to stop people from breaking into these businesses. They're not trying at all. There was no police officers that came up to stop anybody from looting. Not a single police officer, car, group of cars went over to the Targets, to the Cub Foods, to the Dollar Tree, to the local tobacco stores, to the Wendy's. Anything that got burned down, cops didn't show up there. They stood in front of their own building, in front of the police precinct, and just stood there and guarded that, while everyone is destroying the other part of the city, or other part of the neighborhood. Like, how can you stand there and just watch all that happen while just guarding your own building? Like, people aren't destroying your building. You're just standing in front of it so they don't destroy, obviously. But you just have layers and layers of people that are just standing there. Why don't you take half of them and go try to stop the stores? Like, scare them away. Because when I was out there, every single person, if they thought they heard a cop siren or a police siren or a honk of any sort, they were running. They were scared because they didn't want to get caught stealing. So when I was out there seeing all that, if cops would have just pulled up, a majority of them would have left. Yeah, they might have started going back at the cops, but the cops just got to do what they do do what they're doing with the police building, the precinct. They need to work their way to get to that spot, push them out, do the tear gas, all that stuff, and it would have never gotten as bad as it did. But obviously it's too late to do all that now because the buildings are completely looted and broken and destroyed at this point. But yeah, for everyone that's just joining this live, I'll reiterate a little bit. I was basically just saying why the police haven't gone to the yeah, I am going back out today. I was out there actually earlier, but my live wasn't working, and I have an exclusive conversation with Reverend Al on his opinions and what he thinks about this whole situation, and that's going to be uploading soon. It's literally exporting in front of me right now. But the rally is not over. It's still going. It's not like hectic right now. I'm sure it is. Actually, the Target in St. Paul on University is getting broken into, I think, as I'm live right now. But I'm here. I have to charge all my stuff. My phone was almost dead, but there's just so much going on. I'll experience stories. But let me get back on topic real quick. The police did not even try to stop people from looting the stores. They didn't even try. They just watched it happen. They stood in front of their building and watched these businesses go up in flames. They did not try to go over there or anything. Like, not enough manpower is true, but also there was enough manpower to stop that building. So why is there not enough manpower to go over there and stop people, at least get people away from it? Like, if they threw tear gas by the Target and stuff, people would have ran. No one's gonna stand there and keep looting in tear gas. If they seen all that stuff breaking, smoke, like breaking windows, breaking into a Target, they can stop it. Target does have insurance, and all these other businesses do have insurance, but it's gonna take a while to build it. Like, I'm not saying that burning them down wasn't the best thing to do, or I mean, I don't think it was the best thing to do, but it's definitely a good way to get the point across. Like, a lot of people are definitely, all this burning and all this riot is definitely making noise throughout the country. But I don't know. I don't see why the cops didn't make any initiative at all. Like, they didn't make one initiative to move that direction once ever. They stood in their corner by the police precinct and just stood in front of that and guarded their own building. Like, There's like you can't blame people for looting if they know they're not gonna get if they know they're not gonna get in trouble for it, or they know they're not gonna get arrested on site, or gonna get tear gas. Like they're running in there freely. They're running into a store freely, coming out knowing that nothing bad is gonna happen to them. They're leaving with carts full of TVs, food, all that stuff. I mean, you can say it's uncivilized, but also is killing an helpless and unarmed human with 3 dudes and 1 person watching. 3 police officers and 1 police officer watching. That is also uncivilized. So, when they're like, it's just like if there was no law against stealing, people would do it. And last night, there basically was no law against stealing and breaking stuff because nobody was there to stop it. Like, if they pushed, I was there so I could see everything that happened. When people were right up against the precinct, right on the building, trying to break the building, they moved to the building, tear gassed them to back everybody up far enough away. Back them up far enough away to where they could barricade it off and not have any more damage happen to their building. So when they seen people starting to break into Targets, they should have gone over there, just like they did, because they're calling in military. The army was there, so they have extra bodies. They had layers of bodies of people just standing watching this happen, not even in the front lines of anything. So if they were to take some of the people, bring them over there, do the same routine that they did with the police precinct to try to stop people from breaking into a Target, into a Cub Foods, into these local tobacco stores. Like, these are locally owned businesses that was already struggling because of coronavirus, and now they have absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. Their building is trashed. Their stock is gone. They have nothing in their business. Absolutely nothing. Just a mess to clean up and months to wait until it's back to normal. Yeah, they might have insurance on it that'll help pay for a lot of it, but it's still, they're not going to be living a normal life for a long time again. So back to the point, there's no reason why they couldn't have ran over there. Like, let me just say it easily. They run over there to Target, throw the tear gas. Everybody runs. Boom, boom, boom. Gone, gone, gone. Nobody's close to Target anymore. They move in with their face masks. Like, this is what they could have done to make it work. They come in with their gas masks, so they're not affected by tear gas, and they do the line. They stand in the line in front of all these stores like they were with other places, and making people back up. Like, just how they were in front of their building. They could have done the exact same thing with these businesses before it got this bad, and the stores wouldn't be up in flames and everything, everything broken, everything stolen. Like, obviously, they still would have stole some stuff. I'm not saying, like, it probably would have took them, let's say, 45 minutes to an hour to really get that established. But when they didn't do anything until like 4 a.m. and they started breaking into it at like noon during the day. So they were going for 12 plus hours of breaking into stores and stealing stuff out of stores with not a single cop telling them to stop, not a single cop going in there. I mean, obviously 1 cop isn't going to go by himself, but I mean, like, the police department itself going in there to stop stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you can't even blame people for looting. Like, they know that they're not going to get punished for doing this stuff. They know they're not going to get punished. So why can you can't even blame them for doing it. Like, I think it's not good. Like, I didn't partake in it because I don't believe that was the best way to handle it. I didn't steal nothing. I didn't break nothing. I was just there to show you guys what is going on. But it's just not how it should have happened. The cops should have took the initiative to make sure it didn't get to that level at all, is what I'm trying to say with this video. Don't agree with the looting. I don't agree with the looting, but I agree that I think that something drastic had to happen to get the point across that this can't happen anymore. Because it's not like this is the first case of a black male dying to a white police officer unarmed or without being able to defend himself. This has been happening for years, and peaceful protests and, you know, doing stuff can only go so far to where they just blow it off. But now when you do something this bad, it's going to get different states involved. They're going to be mad. They're going to want to go do the same thing to their police stations. And that's what you need. You need everybody to come together to really change something. Because one state, like I said in my panel yesterday with Heidi, one state breaks the internet. Imagine if 25 states, 30 states, 40 states all protested in the same week because of the same matter. What's going to happen? a purge, world war, or can you just change the laws and fire and arrest these cops? Because the cops still haven't been arrested. They still haven't been arrested at this point. It's been 3 days, maybe even more. 3 days since it happened, and nothing. Still haven't been arrested. Like, I don't get it. The police obviously don't give a shit about the businesses because they didn't do anything about it. Like, they didn't do anything about the stores. Didn't even try. Like, they didn't even bring the fire truck. They didn't even. Okay, listen. This is the craziest part. You know that apartment building that was going up in flames? That it was obviously everyone's seen it. Everyone's seen that big 8-story building up in flames. By the way, if you didn't know, it was a construction building, so nobody lived there yet. But so I mean, it still sucks that it happened because people were going to be living there. But the fire didn't just go straight to burning the building down. How it went, you can see it I vlogged like the whole event. You could see the fire go from how it grew. But it started, there was a little fire on like a sidewalk, right? Just a fire, just to, do a fire. And then they like got sticks, brought the fire over to this barricade that was like, it was like a wood and a metal barricade that the cops put up. They burned that down. And then they brought the fire from there over by the apartment building that ended up getting burned down, and started burning a fire right next to the apartment building. It wasn't on the apartment building, but you could tell like they didn't care if it spreaded. Like that, like whoever was managing the fire didn't care if it spread. So then it's been from step 1 to step 2 to step 3, and there was even another fire going like a few yards down, like on the other side of this truck. So all these fires are happening while the fire trucks aren't even making any effort to move this direction to make sure this huge building does not get started on fire. So the building ends up getting started on fire, right? Then they decide to move over and start spraying it down when it's already like halfway burnt down. Like, you didn't even try to stop it. You didn't try to stop it at all. You did not even try to prevent. Like, obviously, if it's burning down, it's burning down. They could have seen the progress of what was going to happen to get to the apartment building. Like, it went from a small fire in this area, and then a medium fire to that area, a large fire to this area. Like, they literally brought the fire around like with like sticks to move it and just have different fires in different spots. Like, it was probably too risky, but what's too risky now? Like the firefighters were there. There was fire trucks like on the other side of the street. They were just too like they literally, all they had to do was just drive down the street, park there. Like, yeah, they might have gotten rocks thrown at them, but the same thing I'm saying with everything, the cops have ways of backing people up, just like they did at their own building. Like, they got people to back up from their building. They can get people to back up from wherever else they want them to back up from. They throw the tear gas. They shoot the rubber bullets. They can do what they have to do. Like, that's what the people are expecting when they're standing in an area they're not supposed to be. They're not going to let fire department while protesters in there. The fire department was there. It was there the whole time. It put out the auto zone because that was the first thing to go on fire. So they put out the auto zone and they covered them up. And then they seen that the fire was going towards the apartment building, and they didn't make any effort towards it until the apartment building was about halfway burnt down. But if you're just joining in this, I would have been talking about just why the cops like never did anything towards the buildings and the stores that were getting looted. And also, if you are wondering, we are going to go back to wherever the action is and live stream again once I'm done here. And I'm uploading a video right now. It has 47 minutes left. It's Reverend Al exclusive conversation at the church at the spot that George Floyd was dead, that George Floyd was killed. So that is going to be coming in about an hour. If you're interested in watching that, he did do a talk out in the area, so you might see that one on the news. But the one that I have, it was a lot more exclusive. He did a Q&A with a lot of people, so there's a lot of good questions answered and what his opinion was on a lot of things. The video yesterday was lit. I'll be reviewing it later, adding some clips on my Instagram. Awesome, thank you, Heidi. They're scared. How's it down there today? Has this situation calmed down? It definitely calmed down. It is during the day though. Like yesterday, during the day, it was really calm, and then just at night it got bad. But I went to Cup Foods today to to see like the protest and to see Reverend Al, and there was a lot of people. There was people there. There was like 300-400 people there probably. It was nothing like the actual march, but they were just there in that spot. So it's people are still out there. There's more people at the police precinct than there was at the spot, because that's kind of like where everyone's meeting. That's where all the cops are. There is no cops at Cup Foods where the murder actually happened. That's just kind of like the peaceful area where the memorial's at, and there's someone's painting a George Floyd portrait on the side of Cup Foods. If you want to see the picture, it's on the Waterwave TV Instagram at Waterwave TV. I just posted a picture of it like an hour ago of the painting in progress. What's taking so long for the National Guard to get there? I don't know. I feel like they probably could already be there, but the Army was there at least. There was military force there already. They're probably getting ready for another riot. I mean, it's already spreading to St. Paul right now. I'm pretty sure there's people in St. Paul looting a Target in St. Paul right now. But yeah, that's kind of just the point I wanted to get across. If there's any questions anyone has in the chat about anything, I can answer some questions. I don't want this video to be too long, because I just kind of want to get the point across of the view that I had on why the cops didn't try even stopping people from looting the stores. And I think this is a conversation that needs to be talked about way more than I think this is the conversation that needs to be talked about over just like downplaying people looting and breaking into these buildings. It should be, why aren't the cops trying to stop these people from doing this, or trying to prevent that from happening? Like there were those businesses were closed. I'm pretty sure like Target and all of them, they made sure the buildings were closed as soon as this stuff happened, so they knew that there was probably something was going to happen, so they could have took the precautions. Like at the police precinct, they have a whole military grade barrier around the whole building right now, and they obviously did that when it died down. So why couldn't they have done the same thing to these businesses, or at least put police officers there with, you know, like a couple layers of police officers with a barricade around them? Obviously they have their riot shields, their masks. That's exactly what they did doing in their precinct. They could have done it to the stores. This basically is the point I'm trying to get across. But burning down that apartment building was a little extra, I think. But I mean, people are gonna do what they gotta do to get noticed, and to get changes, to do what they want, to make change. People are gonna do what they want to do to make change. Call Thanos to help? Sheesh. Probably would. Probably could help some. I don't know if he's gonna change the way the police act, but I don't know if Thanos can do that. When you get upset on nothing to lose, you might loot too. I mean, it was crazy. Like people were, it's like people weren't loot. It's like it came down to people weren't even looting because of what happened. People were looting because it was basically free groceries, free technology, because nobody was stopping them. Like if the doors were open to a Target in front of you, and someone said, "Hey, go in there, take anything you want," the cops aren't going to show up and stop you. They're not going to show up and stop you. A lot of people would go do it. Like, someone said go after the police station. I assume that they have a bunch of people at their police station. At the police precinct is where the march went to, and they had a bunch of people there. And also another spot, the police aren't only at the precinct, they're at the police officer's house. So they have enough people to go to the police officers' houses to defend their houses, but they just let these businesses burn. They let the businesses burn. They let the businesses get shut down. Like the Planet Fitness that got broken into, it was built like 3 months ago. It was brand new stuff. We walked in there to see all the damage. Like I've never seen anything like that. Like I've never thought I would see a gym like that. Just all the windows shattered, all the TVs shattered, weights everywhere. And I'm pretty sure there was like, why does Target have to pay for this? Yes, exactly. Target shouldn't have to pay for this. The cop and I'm not saying that. Like it was probably not, it was really not preventable for it to happen. I think it was just gonna happen, especially once it just got violent. But why the cops could have easily handled it in a better situation where only half of Target got destroyed, or only 10% of Target got destroyed. Because like when we first got there, like 9 p.m., it was already broken into and everything. But like there was still stuff like on hooks, like on hooks, like it was still like there, like all the checkout registers weren't destroyed yet. Like I know Target has insurance and it's $1 billion company, but I'm just using Target as the example because there's a lot of businesses that aren't billionaire companies, like local tobacco stores that are like, people still have to pay rent for their house. People that own small stores. I'm not with the police. Someone says sound like you with the police. I'm saying the police should have handled this a lot better. I'm not on the police side at all, by the way. Yeah, it's all the small businesses that are suffering for this. And I don't know. I think we're getting the point across. So I like how the point is getting across. But I just think the police could have made a better effort to protect these businesses. They made no effort to protect businesses. So I'm on the side of the local businesses right now. And I know they don't care about the businesses, which is crazy. It's crazy. Like, why do they care about their why do they care about their one building, but they'll watch 10 other buildings literally like across from them? There's a strip of businesses across from the precinct. They're watching all of them get looted, broken into, and not a single effort is being made. Cops didn't have enough people. They definitely had enough people to do both things at once. It's across the street. They had enough people. Because the thing is, look, the cops were lined up right around the building and around and whatnot. There's just one layer. There's probably it's shoulder, kind of like shoulder to shoulder, and then there's another layer behind them, and then there's just other people just hanging out in the middle. If they could have easily made a row of people all around the stores, did the tear gas tactic to back people up, and they went to obviously they would have probably had an hour and a half of looting into stores, but it's a lot different than 12, 15, 24 hours of looting in there. Go join the police force. I'm not joining the police force. I need a moderator. I know. I just want to make this video real quick. I usually have a moderator, but I just want to make this video to just explain how badly the cops handled the situation, I think, on how out of hand it got because the cops made no effort to stop people from looting. And that's the point I want to get across in this video. And I think I'm just gonna end the video because that's why I made this live stream. But we're gonna go live again once we get to the scene, unless there's any other questions you guys have relating on that topic or what else is going on. But if you would like to see some like raw footage of what happened at the rioting or even the march, it's all on our channel. So you can go check that out. Yeah, obviously, like the camera view that I had is a lot different than some other stuff you've seen. One of the craziest things I seen yesterday was like two moms try to bring their two daughters, into Target when it was burning up in flames. Like, one of you just if you really need to go in there and get supplies, like I understand. Like, if you really need to go in there and get your free groceries, get your the clothes, whatever you need to do, like I understand. Like, you can go do that because everyone's doing it, but why are you bringing your kids into a burning building and to a riot? Even if you weren't going to loot, why are you bringing your kids to a riot where there's tear gas? Like, I got hit by tear gas, and I'm 185 pounds, a 6'2" male, and if a little girl got hit by the same tear gas I got hit by, she would probably, you'd probably think she's about to die. Like, that's probably the way she would have acted. Like, you can't, I seen that, and that was crazy. But, I don't know. Stay tuned. You can follow us on Instagram, too. I'm posting a lot of clips on there. That if you don't feel like watching full-length YouTube videos, I'm posting a lot of clips on there to watch. Just to show what's going on. Why were the officers restrained from using tear gas? They weren't. They were using it all night. But I'm just saying they should have used it by the stores, I think. There's still violent protests going on. I mean, violent, yes, I guess violent. Nobody was like directly trying to kill police officers, but they were breaking things. So I guess, yeah, violent. There is still violent stuff going on in I believe the Target on University in St. Paul is being looted as we speak. I think that's what's going on. I'm not there, so I don't know, but I think that's what's going on. But yeah, they ran out of 40 millimeters at one point. Is that the tear gas? I feel like they might have ran out because there was a time where they didn't tear gas anybody for like an hour and a half, and I was like, wow, it's been a while since I've seen people run back. Yes, I am going back. I'm just uploading this video with Reverend Al right now, and once that's up, recommend us a beard oil. My guy, Mr. Organic, beard sauce. Go get that, Mr. Organic with a K on Instagram. Check him out. Tell him I sent you, and you might even get a little discount. He might even give you a little discount code. They're using tear gas currently at Target on University. If they're doing that, then yeah, that's what they should be doing. Cause like that's honestly, if they would have threw 2 tear gases into Target, across from like if they would have threw it into the building that was getting looted yesterday, if they just threw it in all those, it would have got cleared out. Nobody would have stood in there. Nobody would stand in multiple tear gas bombs just to grab a free like whatever. I don't even like whatever people are grabbing a toaster. I don't know whatever they're grabbing at Target. Nobody's gonna stand in there and do that. They're doing it because no one's stopping them. No one's gonna do it if there's a reason not to do it. If there's a reason where they're gonna get harmed. If they knew like, oh, I'm gonna go grab this iPad, whatever. They probably found iPads in there. If they knew that they were gonna steal an iPad and step out those doors, and there was gonna be a police officer to arrest them because they took an iPad or whatever, then it wouldn't have happened. Like, but people are doing it because they know they have no consequence of doing it. So that's exactly why people are doing it. Not to use tear gas as officers requested it, and their supervisor told them no, the officers restrained from using tear gas. They might have stopped, but I know because I didn't see it before I left, but they're definitely, if people got close enough, they would use it. But people were kind of slowing down. Looters are not helping, no, but they also have no, the looters not helping, but what are you gonna do? Like, I can't tell nobody to stop doing it. Like, I don't know. Why you skip? Someone just said, why you skip on my questions? Because the chat's moving super fast. I can only see 2 messages at a time on my phone. Are you going out tonight? Yes, we're going out tonight. You know it's going to be nuts again. Make sure you take a spare battery. I know, I kind of want to go buy a portable charger because my phone's died every time. You know what's crazy, though? I think like the media or the government or the YouTube media, whatever it is, I think they shut down my lives because my screen will just go black for a minute. Like it'll go black until I end the stream and restart it, and like you can only hear audio. It's like they're blocking my screen. I think that's an actual thing. Someone said go check Target for a charger. Sheesh. I have a charger. I need a portable one. I can't go to Walmart. I can show you my screen, but I'm uploading this video right now, and it's at 34%. And I'm with some friends, and I'm charging my camera right now because this was dead too. Forgot to charge after last night, and I used it today to record this video. So we're charging this all up so that we can go stay out there for a while. Did Target get burnt down? No, the Target did not get burnt down, but it did get burnt on the inside. It definitely did get burnt on the inside. Any other points I want to make? Anything I've seen? They're gonna bust out a tank. That's honestly what they're gonna probably need to do. Also, a lot of people tell Rev Al we said hi. I'm not there right now, but there was a lot of love out there for him. But yeah, what kind of camera am I using? Canon Mark G. I almost forgot what it was called. A Canon PowerShot G7X Mark II. It's really good. It's really good for vlogging. I also use it for music videos too, but it shoots in 4K and it's super small. It's really nice. But yeah, I don't know when it's gonna stop. Honestly, I don't think it will stop for a week. I think this is probably gonna be an ongoing thing for a week. Honestly. But and another thing that was crazy, people were breaking into banks, like TCF, Wells Fargo, that were right around that block, just breaking into the banks. You would think breaking into a bank, the cops might try to stop that. Nope, didn't do anything. Did not do anything to stop people breaking into banks. I was walking past a bank, there's people running out like, I just got $1,000. I just grabbed $1,000. Go. Like, I'm like, what? Dude's running out of banks. I look into there. There's people standing behind the counters, like behind the bank teller counters, like where you go and like, I would like to withdraw whatever money. There's people back there just grabbing stuff. I don't know like how they got in. I'm sure they had weapons, whatever, to break open into safes and drawers, whatever. But I don't know, man. Shut down the freeway yesterday out here in LA. Yeah, if you're in LA, what's it like out there right now? I know they're protesting, but I haven't seen any videos or anything. Yeah, I said in a panel where I think that if every state comes together and protests, or at least majority of state come together and protest and all go towards like the police station or something similar to that it would make a big difference. Memphis about to go crazy for not much yet today in LA. I know I'm sure it's hard to definitely get that movement in states where it didn't happen, but it's just I think it's definitely doable. That especially after the way Minnesota reacted, I feel like we set the energy as a state to the other states like, hey, this is not good. We need to all do this. Looting, rioting, oh, looting, rioting agenda. They're going to use it as justification to implement more stringent police treatment. Early protesters keep 6 feet distance from each other. When we first started, everyone was keeping a distance, like when we were marching and stuff. But then obviously when you're rioting, people are running around and breaking stuff. There's really nothing you can do. Still sleeping off last night. But I only got 2 hours of sleep tonight because I stayed up editing this vlog that I uploaded this morning. Because I got back at like midnight, 1, made the vlog, had to export it. And for some reason, I think I have a setting on my camera where I'm shooting in way too high quality because my videos are way too big. They should not be as big as they are. But then I had to stay up like 3 hours to upload it, and it wasn't good last night. Doubts they got money out of the bank. Dude, they got money out of the bank. They did. I seen people run out with money. And I was surprised. Like, all the banks were broken into. Get a nap? I'm not even tired, honestly. I felt really tired when I woke up, but I feel good now. I've been outside all day. Get some sun. FBI about to have a news conference for real. Banks associated with police too. And the thing is, like, it's like, all right, banks just make money. Like, they can just make money basically. Like, they type on a normal computer and they make money. So I mean, it's not the banks is probably not going to take the biggest hits, but like the banking might be the one spot where people actually get in trouble though, because secure like a bank, like you can't break, like a bank is way different. Like robbing a bank is way different than robbing a Target. Like that's way different. That's on a whole different spectrum. This live has gone a lot longer than I planned, but I'm liking it. We're having good conversations in here. Dudes are outside the house of the murder. Yeah, they're outside of the house of at least the cop that had his knee on George's neck. I believe they're outside of that one. I'm not sure if they're outside of the other cops' houses or not. But yeah, people are standing outside of there as well. Damn, they didn't protect the banks. Yeah, they didn't protect any of the banks that were around there. And they're all closed too. Like there's nobody working because of this stuff, so it's like nobody was there to defend it anyways. Are they still out there today? Yep, people are out there. I know why they're holding back. They just had to wait for Jesse Jackson out there so they can make this a racial issue. I was supposed to do a Jesse Jackson video, but he wasn't out there when I was out there, so we just got Reverend Al instead. Lots of looters will be tracked down and arrested. Cameras will get them. That's what I was thinking, honestly. But there was a lot of people, dude. A lot of people doing it. So, like, I don't know how they can track. Like, they would fill up the jails. They would literally fill up the jails. I think the only way they could do it is tracking people trying to sell the items. You know, like brand new Xbox 360s for sale, or not brand new Xbox Ones for sale, brand new PS4s for sale. Yeah, I don't know. I think that's how they're gonna track people, but I didn't steal nothing, so I'm good. Unless unless you can get in trouble for stepping foot in there, but I think enough people step foot in there that stole stuff that I don't think they would care about the people that were just there to document history. Because honestly, all the videos, like the past videos that are on my page, and all the videos people have been taking here is like basically like living in a history book. Honestly, it's been crazy. People hate on the police across the country now, of course. Like, it's awful. It's happening too much. Thank you, dude. Yeah. If you're just tuning in, I might as well just make this point again. The cops did not even try to stop the grocery stores or the local businesses. They did not even make an attempt to go over there and stop them. But they made all the attempts to make sure their building was safe. Banks got broken into, grocery stores got broken into, local tobacco stores, nail salons, everything around there that's locally owned, Planet Fitness, Dollar Tree, everything got broken into. The cops didn't even try to stop. The cops didn't even try to stop the fire before the apartment building got put on fire. Obviously, like I was saying, you can't just, you have to take a process, but the fire took about 3 hours to even get to the apartment building. It started at 1, 2, 3 spots, and then it made it to the apartment building. And if you, I dug deeper into those points earlier in the video, so I'm not going to get deep into them again. But if you really want to, if you want to hear my side of the story of someone that was there and witnessing everything, you can go back to the beginning of this video and watch it from the start. And I talked deeply on that as well. It's happening in Canada too. The Toronto police are being accused of pushing a black woman off her balcony last night. That's crazy. Honestly, the world is fucked right now. And the world's fucked. Some cops, I get Mr. Floyd murdered and wasn't accidental, but the right thing. No, not me. I would have been called. Yeah, see, like I didn't riot. I don't think rioting was amazing thing to do. But when the cops aren't gonna stop people from stealing and breaking into things, you can't really even blame people for doing it. And I seen a tweet that said most of the people that were breaking stuff and rioting weren't even people that lived in Minneapolis, which makes a lot of sense because nobody that lives around there is going to destroy what they need. Like no one that lives next to that Target, next to that Cub Foods is going to destroy it just for one free cart full of groceries when now you don't even have your grocery store next to you anymore. Like, so most of the people that were breaking stuff were people that lived, in the surrounding cities around there. Like, I don't know. There was a lot of people, tens of thousands of people to breaking into there. Like, I don't know. I don't know if anyone's even going to get in trouble for it. I think people will probably get in trouble for breaking into the banks. But I don't know. I don't know if every single person that went to Target and took a single thing is going to end up getting charged. Because I don't know. I don't know if that's possible. I just don't know. I don't know how they would do it. Like, are they going to somehow show up to everybody's doorstep like, yep, this was you. You took a phone case from Target, and we have to arrest you right now. Like, they're going to do that to every single person that took something? Like, I don't think that's possible. Back in the LA riots, the local businesses were destroyed. And the thing is, people will say destroying the local businesses is bad, but when a city wins a Super Bowl or like a World Series or something, businesses get destroyed. They riot because of just how happy they are. Like, this stuff happens during riots. This is not unusual to happen for riots. So why can't people do this when someone is murdered? But when they do it for like a celebration, it's just like, oh, it was a celebration, it's whatever, who cares? Fire was started by an undercover cop. I did see that, and I seen the video, and it did look kind of sketchy. The guy that started the AutoZone, the first fire, the AutoZone fire, people were trying to stop him from going in there, and he just, like, people just couldn't stop him, and he just went in there and set it on fire. And I'm sure that video's on Twitter somewhere circulating. That's where I seen it. I'm not justifying the looting. I'm just saying, I mean, I guess justifying, like, maybe that is the word, but why, like, people are going to loot if no one's going to stop them from looting. People are going to do anything if no one's going to stop them from doing bad things. That's why you need a good police force, which is not happening right now. It's just not it. Like I don't know what you're going to do. Like, you can't, like, I can't walk up to 2,000 people going into Target, breaking into, be like, hey guys, let's not do this. As much as I wish I could just say that, and they would just be like, you know what, you're right, let's not. They're not going to listen to that. But they would listen to 10, 15 tear gas bombs thrown into Target and outside of Target where nobody could stand within a radius of feet. Like, it's just, it hasn't been handled the best, and that's why I think people were looting. One way to solidarity with the community is by listening to their needs and voices. Looters burnt down a school, a library. Yeah, I think the only thing that got burnt down, like, to where, like, you basically have to finish burning it down to rebuild, is was basically the AutoZone, a Wendy's, and that apartment building. The rest of them had fires, but none of them, like, burnt down. And the school that got broken into, like, it was, like, right next to the Target. It was I walked by and I was like, they really broke into a school. It was like a music academy. There was chairs, like, in walls and stuff. It was crazy. It was not good. It was not good. I'll close this video. 25 minutes left on this video. Yeah, there was like a academy right next to it, and it did get, there was flames, but I mean like burnt down to where like the building is collapsing. Um, yeah, like I said, there was the buildings. I said liquor stores were robbed. Yeah, all the literally every store around there was robbed. Any store that was like within a mile radius of the protesting spot was robbed. If you go protest, go live. I will go live later. We are going to go protest again, and I will be covering it. But I'm gonna reiterate my point one more time before I get out of here for everyone that's in the live that might be just joining. Reason why I did this video is because I was trying to just shed light on why people were looting, why this was going on from a perspective of someone that was in there and that could see exactly what was going on in real time. Cops didn't even make an effort to stop people from looting. They didn't make an effort to stop the fire before it got bad. They didn't make an effort to do anything besides protect the police precinct. They protected one building and the police officers' homes. That's all they did. They didn't make any effort towards anything else until like 4 a.m. when everybody left. They went over there and just probably fished out the last few people, like scattered them away. But yeah, this was Eric from Waterwave TV. If you would like to see more, check out our Instagram. I post a lot of content on there. So people are painting portraits of George Floyd in Minneapolis. I just posted a picture of the first one I seen when I was out there. But I will be live again, so make sure you subscribe so you get notified when I go live at the protest itself, probably in the next hour or so, maybe, because I have 25 minutes left in this video. I'm going to upload that, make sure it's good, and then we're going to head out. Phone's charging, camera's charging. We're going to be good. We're going to have 100% charge. We're going to be out there not dying, hopefully. Hopefully not dying. Not dying like dying. Hopefully my phone doesn't die, because every other stream I've done, my phone died. But yeah, we'll stay tuned with you. Thanks everybody for tuning in here. Appreciate you guys. The world's crazy, but thank you. I'll be safe. Don't worry. You know what? Someone said get a battery pack from Target. I'm not gonna go to the one that was ransacked, because obviously if there even was, even if I would want to go get one, it's not gonna be there. But I might have to stop somewhere and get a portable charger, because I think that'll be a really good investment for myself. But all right, guys, I'm out.